Ryzen 3 from Best Buy. So see my dilemma. Like, okay. Because she bought a laptop with Ryzen 3. I'm not looking at Ryzen 3. I'm looking at a Ryzen 7 or the 4800. 4800H, I think, is the chip that I'm looking at. Brand new, the Zen 2 chip. So the APU stuff. Because, again, you buy a laptop with Intel in it, it's technically still an APU. It's got the CPU and it's got an iGPU built into the side of it. And then you've got the NVIDIA chip that's the discrete graphics chip that's bolted onto the side of that. And they've got some weird hardware switch between the two. But most of your outputs are all hardwired into the iGPU because for power saving reasons. And I'm like, that's crazy. Huh, that's funny. A friend of mine I was talking to earlier, she just told me that she fled New York because of the pandemic, and now she's hiding out in the desert. I was laughing about that. Let's see. Address tables and ad routes, more than likely. I can work from none of them. Yep, Still learning, not giving up, though. That's good. Little boomer, that's awesome. But anyway, that's the reason why I'm going to the Ryzen stuff, because at the end of the day, I get more bang for my buck. I don't have to worry about Optimus and that switchy bits going on, because that's just kind of a pain in the ass. There is a means that I don't get to do NV Inc., and I don't get to use QSV, but I get to use the AMD stuff, which it doesn't really make a difference to me, honestly, because at the end of the day, they are very, very different, and they do things very, very differently. Some of them work really, really well, others work not so much. But I just need something that can get the job done and lightweight that's more powerful than what I've currently got. That's lighter weight, mostly for the system admin stuff anyway. The next question is, I assume you guys have virtualized infrastructure too, so that's another part. Yes, I do have a virtualized infrastructure. You don't have it in that image right there at the moment. There we go, that one. Because it's turned to the right, but to the left there's a server stack. You can go crank it over to the left. Just point it at the server cabinet. Would I use vSphere over open source CM management? I do. He uses Proxmox. That's good. Too far. That's good right there. Right there. And then move the curtain to the right. Yeah, just like open it all the way up. And then go the other direction. Keep going. There we go. And then angle it down. Angle it down. Angle it down. Keep going. Oh my God. Holy shit, man. You've moved it like an inch.
Keep going.
Yes, keep going.
Oh.
Holy shit. There we go. That's good. Right there. Perfect. All right. Only your fourth cup of coffee. Proxmox is awesome. I know a lot of people who like it and they use it. I don't. And part of the reason why I don't like it is because when I poked at it, I was going to use it. I really looked into it. I already had a storage structure set up and everything was ready to go, and I had a bunch of stuff dialed in and loaded up into just a back storage. Not even it wasn't anything really fancy. I just had a bunch of shit in there. And the way Proxmox wanted to use my iSCSI stuff, or use the NFS stuff, and the way they wanted to mount it, and I'm like, but I already have this folder structure that I'm working on. Why would I want to change it to be like that? Can't I change what they're looking at to be what I have? And the answer was no. They're like, you got to be like this, and I'm like, so that was kind of a pain in the ass. But if you were starting from scratch, Proxmox isn't terrible and it's free, so have fun. I don't like Unraid. For a lot of reasons. I've occasionally used some FreeNAS stuff for like the Beehive stuff, and I'm not a fan. I don't like Docker. I think Docker is a giant pain in my ass, and that has mostly to do with the fact that I'm not rapidly deploying a bunch of shit all over the place and trying to test stuff on a rapid level, so Docker might be more effective in that case. Anyway, I can go into greater detail with the data store element of the Proxmox issue. And everybody's like, well, did you look at this? No, MaxCFM spent 8 hours digging through half the code, what was going on, and how to make it do what I wanted it to do with what I currently had in place. And the answer was no. And so we installed VMware, and I haven't looked back, so.
Probably would have went VMware myself. It's just, I can say it was really quick, and it was easy to do, but you gotta have nothing from the start with.
Yeah. So, if you've got a VMware, vSphere license, and you want a use case, just install it, make it work. Like I've got two of the machines that are, it's there. There we go. I got two machines there. I got a R715 and an R815, both running AMD. It's 6380 Opterons. They're all 16 cores. Well, the 715's got 2 sockets, and the 815's got 4 sockets. Both of the machines have 128 gigs of RAM. I need to double up the 815's RAM to make it memory and CPU matching for capacity.
He's looking for use case, like just overall usage. I mean, I did mine for just.
Oh yeah, yours was hilarious. Actually, you know what? Before we get any further into this, I'm gonna we're gonna do this. We're gonna make the fucking bread because it's gonna be a 4-hour cooking time, and the whole point of that was to get the mic up. So okay, and we got the over here, so we can look at the chat.
Yep.
And that's fine. So
you
we
want
got
just the chat.
Yeah, I don't care about the video. I don't give two shits about the video. I know what I look like.
I mean, yeah, I'm getting there. I don't necessarily know how to make income directly through virtual machines or setting up virtual machines.
That's like saying, how do you make income by owning or driving a car?
Yeah, because you have the option of renting your stuff.
If I put gas in the car, how do I make money? And that's I'm not making fun of you. I'm just pointing out that that's the level that you're asking. So having virtual machines, how do you make money? You have to know what you're going to be making money on, and then why is it that the virtual machines are going to save you from hardware? Like if you're going to run like 100 websites, you can do that on 100 different machines, or you can do that on one machine. But if you want to run like a bunch of VPSs, I'm just throwing things out there that are currently available, things that people can do. And if you end up with you'll want to run this stuff, and this is how you're going to make money, virtualization is going to shrink your expenditure in both power requirement, hardware necessity, and just efficiency and utilization. That's kind of what you're looking at. Okay, I've got this. This is 3/4 cup of flour because I put a quart.
Space.
Well, storage is storage. Like you're gonna need storage regardless if you've got whatever. So virtualization isn't going to save on storage space. You're still gonna need hardware, blah. You're gonna still need this much data per machine. The difference is instead of having 80 hard drives for 80 different virtual machines, you have 80 virtual hard drives on maybe 24 real hard drives. Like that's what you start looking at. 3 servers with 2 CPUs each, you'd probably agree to assume what? Can host MAAS. Something as a service. And if you can't host that on a server, I think your physical space, yeah. You're already overcomplicating your situation because it's if you're looking at doing MAAS, Ubuntu's MAAS. If you're looking at doing that, you need to know how many people you're going to be selling to right away, what you're going to need, where you're going to put it, how much data connectivity you're going to do. There's a whole laundry list of shit you start looking at. Metal as a service?
No, it's mobility, right?
No, metal as a service is something else. Oh. Anyway, my point is really just that if you're looking to do that, you have to realize that if you don't already have customers, you're going to invest in X. And some of the stuff that you're going to be talking about, I'm not going to have some of this information in the back of my head. I would look it up and be like, this is what the base requirements for this are. This is why those requirements are. This is where you can fudge the requirements. I don't sell metal as a service, so I mean, I've looked at that briefly, but I don't know what it would take right off the top of my head. That's something I'd have to look up. Anyway, that's what I'm getting at. If you just want to run hosting environments, if you want to run, again, it depends on what you want to do. But I wouldn't use that as my reason for using your license. If you already know how to do all of that stuff, use the damn license if you've got it. You've already paid for it.
I mean, if you're just starting out, because it sounded like originally you were basically saying that you were just starting out and trying to find a use case for it. I do something simple, like just getting used to handling different environments, different operating systems. Separate some stuff and set that you have, your main Windows server virtualized, and you feed in like 3 other clients. You learn how to push things. There was no admin. Windows admin. Or those fudge Windows, you go towards Linux, and you're like, I want to try this operating system.
Oh, God.
Is it that bad? Why am I not getting affected by it? I mean,
because I was inhaling it over here like it was a drug.
Oh my God. Been in and out of tech for about 5 years.
You're in my way.
Bless you, bless me. Adam, out of your way.
Yeah, you're in my way.
I mean, it's like a one-person kitchen.
I know it is, and I'm cramming you in here. Be grateful.
I mean, to an extent.
Need this. Okay, so I added a 1/4 cup of dehydrated habanero beets.
Okay, hold on.
Instead of flour.
What did you do from scratch? Like, that's all you did? Like, I'm looking at it. I don't know, man. Questionable. Gotta put like some cyanide in there.
So I put some flour and some habanero beet dehydrated powder.
Mm-hmm.
I will add the cyanide to yours when I butter the fucking bread and feed it to you. My God. What else do I need? It's on my list. God damn it, close my book.
Yeah, it did.
I don't know. I don't know. I've never used this machine before. 2 tablespoons of sugar. Okay. Here, you want to be affected by it? Here, let me stir it up for you.
Or maybe it's your nose. I don't know. Whew. All right. That's okay.
I'm waiting for him to go into a sneezing fit.
I mean,
because sometimes that happens. Okay, so this.
What's up?
This is. It's habaneros. It's Well, okay. So I took a bunch of habaneros that I grew last year, and I chopped them up and minced them up into like a fine, gooey grossness. I shoved them in a dehydrator, and then I added a bunch of sugar on top of that, and I let them, instead of dehydrate, they just melted the sugar and turned into this gelatinous, sweet habanero jelly.
Oh, and it blew up the machine.
No, it didn't. It's machine's right there.
From the other machine.
No, that was when I was making cookies. And that was the other one of those.
That was like 3 days afterwards, but yeah. Oh, you have 2?
Yeah, I went and found one at the thrift store. It was awesome. I'm like, this one still works. The other one still works, sort of. It just, I gotta fix the motor. So anyway, I then made a simple syrup out of the that sugar habanero mixture, and then I boiled it down and added more sugar and added more sugar and added more sugar and basically made rock candy, which is what the bottom of this is, and there's some up top too, and I gotta continue processing that. It's just been sitting there for a while. But then I took all of that and I stuck it on a parchment paper in the oven because it was
awesome.
Lack of dust in there.
Okay.
And then I let it just dry out for a couple of days. And then once it was just at that point it was just dried out, dehydrated. I now have sugar rock candy that I then stuck in a coffee grinder and ground it up into a fine misty powder. So I've got habanero confectioner sugar. Oh,
it's potent.
And then this.
Hey, Red. How you doing, buddy?
This is a buddy of mine out in Arizona. He may or may not show up here at some point. Sometimes he comes by and says, hi, what's up, dudes? So this is... He gave me a mason jar of sugar that he dumped a bunch of minced up ghost peppers into. He has a vat like this, and he just took a mason jar and brought it to me at DreamHack Dallas. No, DreamHack Dallas a couple years back. And I said, here you go, I brought you this awesome thing. I'm like, sweet! So I took that and dumped it into this big vat of sugar. And now I've got a lot of habanero I'm sorry, that's ghost pepper stuff. So.
Yeah.
You're a wuss. So this tells me I need 2 tablespoons of sugar. So this is a tablespoon over here. There's 1.
Smells strange.
That's habaneros. That's 2. There it goes. He's trying really hard to hold it in. Just like me.
Woo! All right.
Okay, so that's the sugar. Salt. Salt's going to be fun because...
Like a tablespoon of salt?
No, teaspoon. So this is scorpion pepper sea salt. I bought this when I was still living in Portland.
So you mean to tell me every single ingredient, there's not one ingredient in here outside of the flour, never mind, that hasn't been infused with something prior?
Yep.
That's like definitely spicy.
All right, so that's 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of the dry milk.
Worst case scenario is my allergies kick in as I'm eating the bread.
On the bright note, you'll be crying like a baby already.
I'm crying, runny nose, and still eating it.
Yep. Okay, so that's that. 1 tablespoon of butter. Fortunately, I have some Vermont cultured butter right here. Unsalted.
Okay, so 2 ingredients that isn't designed to immediately kill you.
That's because I don't have a cow. I was just feeding the cow peppers.
This would be called blowhole bread. I said a death loaf.
Tablespoon.
Technomancer discovers modern kitchen. Hey, Raven Nick. What's up, man? Alright. I'm just like test subject number 0.
What are you talking about? I'm test subject number 0. I am patient 0. I've already eaten half this shit that I make. Everybody keeps like...
Futuristic food?
No, I'm cooking death food. It's all death food. Everything is death food.
Like, the only thing that would make this even this awesomer is if we somehow had squid ink to make that whole thing black. Okay.
Drink that! It's hot, really, really hot. Don't actually do that. I need this. I would grow yeast in peppers if I could. That would be awesome. I want to make a fermented pepper juice. What else do I got in here? Do I need to put anything else in here? Nope. That's the water. It's the yeast. Butter. Okay. Correct. Room temperature is high. Blah 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 blah. It's cold. If room temperature is high, above 65 degrees, for best results, cool the ingredients in the refrigerator before using. Use cold water. Well, shit.
What's the hot water for?
I was going to use it in here. I was figuring hot water would be nice. Guess not. Maybe I should read the instructions first. Room temperature should be about 65 to 70 degrees. It's about that.
About 60.
All right then.
Alright then.
I'll drink that later.
Well, divide by 0, you are not wrong. These instructions, honestly, with the amount of modifications he's made. What?
What?
What's that?
Butter. needs to soften up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking lazy.
Are you supposed to mix this yourself outside or just throw
No.
it in there? Really?
Yes.
Really cool if you can make that Chinese stuff.
What Chinese stuff?
I don't know, stir fry.
You really haven't been paying attention to anything I've been saying all morning. You're that hungry. I gave him some Doritos and he kind of satiated him.
It's 8:24.
I don't know what time anything is. There is no
We
clock.
woke up at like 11. I ate Doritos at 4. It was like 6 of them. I counted. And somehow, I know he doesn't do time. Fortunately for me, totally killing me. Hold me. That's happened after day 2. Sleeping 4-hour bursts. You only get 30 or whatever's left.
Flour, sugar, salt, milk, water, butter, yeast. Okay, spices in there. Yeast is... For best results, refrigerate and use within 6 months while they're still alive. Otherwise, you're just a murderer. I can make donuts. I can make croissants with this thing. I can make dough. That's what we wanted. We want to make dough. Measure correctly. Okay. Hatch lid. Oops. Oh well. This will be really good.
Wait, what?
What? Nothing. Don't worry about it. No oops. Oops. What? What? I feel like I'm in Independence Day suddenly. Anyway, there's a yeast dispenser on the top of this thing, and I just shoved the yeast into the bucket. So it's probably come out really bad, but it's okay. It's going to be spicy, and it doesn't matter. I'm good.
Oh.
I'm hungry, okay? So I'm making mistakes, and that's okay.
I mean, that's cool.
Mistakes are fun. Mistakes are Bob Ross. Bob Ross. What does Bob Ross say about mistakes?
They're happy little accidents.
That's exactly it. So the question I have is, should we cook chicken or bison?
I never had bison before. Okay. In the microwave and wait.
Frozen. We're going to defrost it. This is my awesome ceramic knife. I love it. This is the knife that Cell Processing gave to me at Land Syndicate back in beginning of 2016. It is a Wusthof knife. It is amazing. We'll be using it here in a minute. This can go in that drawer.
Wait, did you do the thing yet?
What thing?
The green screen thing?
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
Mixed vegetables, chicken flavored rice, broccoli, carrots, sugar. That one's good. Otherwise, it's sugar snap pea stir fry.
Let's see if this ever times out. Everybody just do exclamation mark, hack space over. I just want to see how many we can actually get in on a row.
Oh, you want to do the hack? Hack the thing? Hack the planet?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to use that.
Use this. Just like everybody do it at the same time. I want to see if there's a limit to how many can actually join in.
Sweet, hackathon it is.
Hackathon for the win. It's got to happen within a certain amount of time, or to just time out and only accept it for the first couple. So it'd be really cool if you guys did that. What was the first thing?
Oil. Can you open the back door?
Yeah.
And turn the fan on? This is the first time I've actually cooked for somebody else in a while. Unfortunately, he's going to be punished for this. Probably tomorrow. Maybe the day after. We're doing bison, that's right. We're not cooking film today. I haven't done a bison stir fry, I think, ever.
Tastes any different?
Huh?
Tastes any different?
What?
Bison?
Then what?
Chicken.
Yes.
Okay, then cow.
Does cow taste different than chicken? Does turkey taste different than chicken?
Okay.
Everything tastes like chicken, but does chicken taste like everything? Tasty wheat. It tastes like tasty wheat.
Oh. Like this point, isn't even I'm not even gonna get explanations on what's in here. Everything's gonna be.
You're supposed to be keeping track of it. This is some paprika.
On a shirt.
So that's paprika. That was some parsley. This is some oregano. The first thing I put in there was a sesame oil, chili sesame oil. Here, you can look at it.
I was wondering why it smelled exactly like
Garlic powder. And this is garlic salt. It's kind of the same thing, but then we've got some nutmeg. No, we're going to use some of this though. This is ground clove. Here, cooking sticks. Just stir it around, kind of sideways. It's kind of like with chopsticks, but you can use both hands. You want to use both hands, and you want to kind of mix it around, single-handed. Just make sure it all gets down there in the oil, mixed up and spin around, and blah 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 blah. Probably should have used the other one, but it'll be fine. Oh, basil.
What would it want, mon ami?
And this is some curry powder. A little extra turmeric.
That wasn't a little.
Your ability to judge has been revoked. Allspice? I have some. I probably should put some in there.
What's
Ghost pepper infused maple syrup.
A man said it best. He said, "Do not question the cuisine until it has been served."
Does everything taste like soy? Probably. I really need to clean that up and fix that. That's that. That's fine. That's fine. Extremely tropical. This is some Yao sauce. Don't ask. The hot sauce my buddy made. He's streaming. He's a caster for some stuff. I don't remember what though. Because I never really talked to him about business or work. I just talked to him about spicy stuff. You really need to turn that shit off.
Oh well.
Achiote. I normally grind these up myself, but I was like, I bought some because I couldn't find any. Get in there though. What else do I got in here? Nutmeg. Do I have allspice? I have nutmeg. I don't know if I have allspice in here. I need. Oh, there it is. Found allspice. Oh, I've never opened this one. Fantastic. Yeah. That should be good. Move. Smells good over here. It's awesome. Woo! There's a vault underground, mostly. Mostly underground. Oh, I really need that though.
Like a history lesson on why people in Alaska or Alaskans made that with cutting utensil.
But the ulu? It's a native Alaskan utility knife. They use it for everything. Like cutting themselves in the hand. I'm somehow magically able to avoid that. But they use it for everything. They use it for sewing. It was made out of bone in historical times, and by that I just mean pre-metal. Made out of stone at one point. So, here's what it is. This is a traditional ulu. This is made out of either, this ivory is either walrus ivory or it is some kind of whale ivory. I mean, this is all ground. I don't really need to do this. I'm just using it because I want to kind of specifically work through the still frozen pieces. You know. Ground bison. Anyway, bison's kind of like beef, but it's not. It's a little more gamey than beef, but it's still like beef. It's still the kind of same generalized family member. It's red meat, clearly, as you can see. It's like a duck. Unlike a zebra. Anyone's ever had zebra? Has anybody had zebra? What color is the zebra meat?
Red like everything else?
He says red. Anybody? He's laughing. He knows what I'm talking about.
Purple?
That would be awesome. That would be really awesome. No, what color is zebra meat? Anybody else got a guess other than the guy who knows? He's going to laugh because he knows. He knows. He knows where I'm going with this.
Black and white.
I was in the Camden stable market in England. And I got to experience zebra. Cooked or uncooked, doesn't really matter. If you're asking the question, then you still don't know. So I had a zebra burger. That was what I had. The burger could have been mistaken for a chicken patty.
Wow.
The burger was that color right there.
What?
It was white, like white meat zebra burger. I was like, what? I was expecting the ostrich meat to look like that. The ostrich meat to look like... I was like, did you get these backwards? I ordered the zebra burger. They ordered the ostrich burger. And they were like, nope, we're pretty sure we gave you what we gave you. I'm like, okay. I know, you're all like, wow, he's actually washing dishes on the street. Yeah, it sometimes happens.
Sorry, I didn't know you were there.
So anyway, yeah, that's pretty crazy. Always remember, at the end of the day, always add your Hawaiian black goth salt.
Never go anywhere without black pepper.
Black pepper's good too. That would be weird. Maybe. And oh, goody. Huh? He's taking a break. Is this a cure-all stir-fry dish? No, it's just what I like to make. Can you all hear him talking? I hope not. I can't either. I don't know. We'll find out if you can hear him. Good. I think his mic's muted. Hey, take a phone call. That was some ghost pepper barbecue sauce. Because at the end of the day, I can't taste any of this stuff anyway. It's actually really damn good. You know what it needs? It needs a little more. What's up, Nos Wolf? Whatever. Orange, yellow, depends on where you're looking at it. Anyway, some bourbon and some relaxing. Oh, that sounds like a good idea. Bourbon. Huh?
Why bourbon?
That's what he said. He said bourbon. Remember to drink responsibly. If you are under the age of legally allowed to drink in your country, I do not condone your act of drinking. Because that would be condoning you breaking the law. And it's more about that than drinking. I don't really give a shit about the drinking. Alcohol abuse, absolutely not. I used to make this really amazing Puerto Pibil, and I used a really, really fancy tequila. So I used a moderately fancy bourbon. It's not abuse if you're consuming it. It's abuse when you're throwing it away. I could have used a wine, I just don't want to open a bottle of wine. And I'm not using this one, because this one... I can replace this one relatively easily. This is a Chattanooga Whiskey 111 proof, straight bourbon whiskey. It's fan-fucking-tastic. I could use the Glenfiddich, but that's kind of gross. Von Habane is actually pretty good. This is a Krug Mahona. Mona. Krug, I don't know. It's fucking fun letters and weirdness that I don't know how to pronounce, and I'm just not going to butcher it anymore. I have a little bit of this Macallan left. I thought about using it, but that's literally the last of this bottle that I have because somebody drank the rest of it, and it wasn't me. And then they left me nothing, and I was a little pissed. Anyway. What's up, De La Rue? What's going on? I'm gonna let that cook for a minute. Only 22 minutes? Jesus, man, I gotta slow down.
Possible to deceive.
Is tonight's goal to make Gray cry? Because it should be.
Ghetto, remember something.
Well, that's right. I know this guy. This guy knows you.
I helped you.
Aha. This is just for color.
Fine.
There's already enough in there that ain't gonna make it any worse. No, this is just for color. Smell that!
Smells nice.
I know, it's fucking amazing. chopsticks, spoon, shovel. We tie you down and pour it down your gullet. You take your pick.
Oh, Candace found a protege.
What's going on, Jimmy versus Games? We are currently cooking something. I don't know what it is. It's in there. Now let's see. Let's go over. What did we add to this so the people who are watching can write this down? Because I certainly don't know. I do know I added Hawaiian black salt. I added some garlic salt. I added some ground turmeric, and some curry powder, which is basically turmeric with some other shit. Ground allspice, I added a little bit of that. I added some paprika for color. Some garlic powder.
Yeah. Normal stuff so far.
And I'm not like talking a lot. It's really just like a dash of this, a pinch of that. I've added a little bit of oregano and some basil leaves. I did add a little bit of parsley early on. That actually does some fancy flavory something. I don't know. I'm making this shit up. I just throw shit together. You're like, that's too much? Probably. I mean, I do have some spicy dishes, Mrs. Dash, but it's really just more or less everything else that I've got there. So I'm not like really thinking this is crazy or outside the realm. We started with a sesame oil. Awesome. Some sesame chili oil, and then I used some peanut oil. You allergic to peanuts? Good, because otherwise you're going to die. And then I added some black pepper. There's everything. Oh yeah, then I added some of this. This is Vermont maple syrup, ghosted. I added some sriracha sauce. And I added some of this ghost chili barbecue sauce, which is just because we're down here in the South, so we got to make some barbecue. Actually, it ends up
probably.
I added a little bit of lemon juice.
Yahoo.
I added some of the Yahoo sauce, which again is my buddy.
Yahoo.
Extremely tropical. Dude's hilarious. I've got some other stuff here that he made. This stuff is the jalapeno, and I don't want to do that because it's jalapeno stuff. I was going to add some of my syrup concoction, but I need to do some other things with it before I serve it to anyone. Otherwise, I've got regular maple syrup. And we got bread. It's brewing. And then I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese because, you know what? It makes me laugh. Oh, and I added bourbon. Look, one of three things is going to happen here. You're going to die. You're going to love it. You're going to hate it. Or you're going to be like, meh. So there's four things. Actually, if he's meh, I'm probably going to kill him. So that means he's going to die. And if he hates it, then I'm going to kill him. So he's going to die. So really, it's just two things. You're going to love it or you're going to die. Just pick one.
I mean...
Or he's going to eat it, and it's just going to kill him.
But or you know, it's going to kill me after I eat it because I'm probably going to eat it with so much ferocity I'm not going to taste it.
I don't know. Everybody always says you can't taste it. I can't taste anything. I'm like, I don't know. I taste everything. I just think everything is gross. So I add a bunch of stuff together. And I'm like, I just kind of go, ooh, look at that. I'm going to eat that broccoli. You can have that one. I was going to mine.
The main one that's been chilling. And this is
And then and then it's ground bison, and it's could have, don't care. And then it's some broccoli, carrots, sugar, snap peas, and water chestnuts. You call dibs on the server? Well, you can have it. You just gotta pay for it. It's a $29.50. It's not very good. I wouldn't really care to have it. Just gotta pay for shipping. But anyway, that's what I added. All this random junk.
spices.
Oh yeah, I also added some sugar, some confectioner's sugar, effectively, that I've created with... Oh, that's right, this is going up here. Some confectioner's sugar that I created with granulated sugar, a lot of time, energy, rock candy that I made.
That's 50 DR too, right?
I have no idea. It's a $29.50 pile of shit. Look, man, I'm telling you right now, it's loud, it's obnoxious, it's a pain in the ass, and some lemon juice. Anyway, so the fun part is that this
Smells good.
smells fine. I mean, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
Of course. It hit me in the hand. Oh. Probably should have thought about doing this.
What? Oh, this is my serving utensil. I cook with sticks.
Yeah.
You lazy spoon bastards.
I don't use spoons.
Look, if I had an actual, like, big giant griddle bit, I would have just cooked it up and then right off the counter into the bowl.
Right.
Or onto the floor.
Or both.
Takes a little bit to get that tactic underneath. There was this restaurant I used to go to in Alaska that would do that. They had a giant griddle, and you'd pick out, it was like a hibachi grill, so you pick out all of your stuff. They didn't do it at your table. They had just this giant round grill, and you'd pick out all your stuff, and you'd hand them a bowl. It's adding the yeast that I already added an hour, 30 minutes ago, so it's fine.
Hopefully.
It's fine. It's fine. Oh yeah, I'm also making bread. Bread's made with a lot of scary stuff. Anyway, so the sugar is I call it a confectioner's sugar because I ground it up in a coffee grinder and it's really fine powder at this point, like a confectioner's sugar. And it is sugar, but it's also infused with habaneros, so it's really fine powder. And then I added some of this, which is this is beets. I sliced up a bunch of beets and mixed them with a bunch of habaneros and dehydrated them into a powder. So now I have Red Death powder. Oh, that was mine.
Thank you.
And it was used 1 pound of ground bison, so it's not like I used a whole hell of a lot. But serves 2.
I mean, now it does.
You gotta do it on camera, dude. You can't stand behind the pillar. They're gonna think you're throwing it in the garbage.
There's the spice. This is good.
Give it a minute. Anyway. What am I gonna do? Just remember, everybody, with spices of this nature, liquids make it worse.
Oh man.
I'm gonna clip that.